When you're ready to log in as a toll booth cashier, log in with your RecTrac system username and password, and make sure you select the menu group Parks Toll Booth Cashier. Click Continue to log in. When you log in, you'll see the screen looks very different from a regular Parks cashier. This screen is the visit processing screen. This screen is intended for toll booth usage. On the top here is a search field. This is when you scan a green key, it'll autofill the green key and look them up. It also provides for lookup options. If you needed, you can look up by a last name. This is not recommended on a busy day, but if ever needed, it is there for you to use. Instead of scanning, or if something doesn't scan, you can look them up by their name or their pass number here, and you can select, and it'll put them into your family selection. As you can see, if I select them in the lookup or if I scan their green key, upon scanning or lookup, it places the visit in the cart. In this case, I have selected a resident green key holder, which is the $9 rate because I am in as a Cupsog Beach toll booth user. Under the lookup, you'll see a grid. This grid is for all of the visits to your toll booth for your current day. This is a test system. Here you would normally see the person's picture. If you double click, the picture will show. This is to help you identify the green key holder with the person who is visiting at the toll booth. Please make sure that the picture matches the person who is driving in the vehicle. In addition to the picture, you'll see some basic information like the person's name, household number, and the status. Please note the status removed means that it went in the cart and then was removed out of the cart. If it says canceled, that is canceled, and as we process, you'll see swiped in means that the toll transaction was successful. On the right, you'll see your toll booth action buttons. Hovering over the buttons will provide you a little bit more information. The No Green Key Non-Resident button is for anyone that does not have a green key. Please remember that even if somebody is a Suffolk County resident with a property in Suffolk County, if they do not have a green key, they are charged the No Green Key Non-Resident rate. Next to that, we have the bus parking and the non-for-profit bus parking. Clicking on these pictures will charge the appropriate fee based on the type of vehicle. For some beaches, you may see, like Cupsog, the toll booth is at the same entrance as the outer beach access point. In that case, anyone with an outer beach permit for the current year who passes your booth, you would click the outer beach access permit button. This does not charge a fee, but does account for the vehicle going through your toll. In the off chance that the outer beach is closed and someone does have an outer beach permit for the current year, you would click the outer beach close button and they would be permitted to park in the parking lot without being charged the regular fee. The employee parking button is to be used for any employees that are currently working for the current time period. This can also be used for concession employees who show valid identification that they're working at a concession on Suffolk County Park property. This is similar to the beach concessions at Cupsog, Mashut, and Smith Point. This is not to be used for employees who are not on the clock. Below that, you'll see the third car parking or additional parking button. This is commonly used at Smith Point for campers who wish to pay for an additional car and they park in the parking lot. If they will have a permit provided by the East booth or the check-in cabin for the additional parking. This clicking of this button will account for the car going through your toll and not charge a fee. For vehicles who do not want to pay the fee or maybe made a wrong turn and are turning around, you would select the turnaround button. This again just accounts for the vehicle going through your toll booth. The bottom two buttons are for reprinting your last receipt, that this is any last receipt that for your very last transaction. The end session button is for you to use anytime you go on break or your end of shift. This will log you out of RecTrac. The bottom left provides some quick payment buttons. You have the exact change, $10, $20, $50, or $100. You'll see when you click these buttons, this is how much the person is paying you. So the $9 charge, they hand you a 10, you would click the $10 button. Down below is the shopping cart. This is anything you are currently processing. You saw before, when I looked up through here, through the name lookup, and added a visit for that person into my shopping cart. You can easily remove it just as well you added it. Click on the item in the cart, select remove from cart, and it will now be removed. And you'll see that now the status, it still tracks it, it was removed from your cart. You can also reset the household. As you can see, we searched for this household and this household is still in your cart. Down here you can click household reset, and what that will do will push out that household, so now you no longer have a household connected to any transactions going forward. Let's process a toll transaction. I'm going to scan a green key. And when I scan the green key, you'll notice that the visit fee jumps right into the shopping cart. Now this person hands me a $20 bill. I'm going to click the quick payment button of $20. And what that will do is it'll automatically pay the total paid $20. And I will hit process to complete the transaction. When I hit process, the system will tell me to provide $11 in change to the customer. Before you hit process, make sure you identify what type of payment the person is making. Cash is the most common payment at a toll booth, so you would change the pay code to cash, and the system will prompt you to provide $11 in change to the customer. Let's click process to finish the transaction. Now you can see that the resident that we processed is now swiped in and it was successful.